want to take this opportunity to comment on the president's new immigration policy that would allow some people under the age of 30 to have a pathway to citizenship if they served in the military or are part of our colleges in this country. Let me first of all say that I believe that those who served in the United States military of undocumented status should have a pathway to citizenship. But I believe other than that, there should be no special pathway to citizenship for those here illegally, despite whether or not their parents brought them here. And the reason is this: those children of illegal immigrants who want to be part of the American dream have an obligation to do what legal immigrants have done, to learn, to understand American society, to preserve their own culture, but also be able to assimilate into American society, to pay taxes and pay by the rules. Let me just make this very clear. It is a crime to enter this country illegally. And why we debate who to give special benefits to is unconscionable. It is just, if a guy goes down to the store, if a group of people go down to the store and they all steal let's say a quart of milk each, are we going to debate which one of those people should be arrested and which one shouldn't? In the case of immigration, it's almost if we allow people and continuously allow people to go and steal more cartons of milk, at the same time somebody else pays for that milk, and that's us, the taxpayers. We spend $110 billion a year on benefits going to illegal aliens. It has to stop. And if we start giving citizenship to some people and not others, first of all, that's like the president's economic policies, picking winners and losers, but it also encourages further illegal immigration, and it sends the wrong message, and it's not fair to those here legally. What needs to happen is we need to have a secure border, e-verify, a national ID card, allow local governments to take charge. We have to increase the catch and release program. We have to increase the Border Patrol agents. Thanks to President Bush, we've been able to do that, which has reduced the number of illegal immigration in this country over the past couple of years. Yet we're still spending $110 billion a year on benefits, which is why I support a national identification card, also e-verify. But the point is, we cannot have an immigration policy that picks winners and losers, an immigration policy that gives virtual amnesty to some people and not to others. I think we have to have fairness to those here legally, and we have to have a policy that would help us save money, but also provide for our security. And the policy the president outlined is profoundly inappropriate, and I think it's unfortunate the president, um, this president has no regard for the will of the people. This is the most divisive president we've seen in decades, the most power-hungry president we've seen in decades, and frankly, one of the least intelligent presidents we've seen in a long time. So I think that it's unfortunate that the president resorted to this. He suddenly, this is something that he's done a couple times in his presidency. He is, instead of having a debate on a topic, he just said, this is the way it's going to be. I'm Barack Obama. I can do what I want. I'm the president. Everybody who disagrees with me should just be quiet. And it really is a shame. And if you're against the president, you're either called a racist or ignorant or whatever. But the truth is that this is the most, this is a divisive presidency. There's no doubt about it. This is a polarizing figure. And I'm afraid that this issue will further polarize the American people. Now, the conservative blogger who interrupted the president during his speech, there's no doubt about it. He was rude and it was inappropriate. But I think that the president saying that this is the right thing to do, it's immoral. It is an immoral thing to do. To say to those here legally, we don't care that you came here legally, that you spent money to come here legally, that you took the time to learn American civics and pass the citizenship test. It is immoral the way we are treating legal immigrants. It is inappropriate the way that we allow for our borders to be open and allow people that are here illegally, some of them, to receive citizenship. So this is total crap. The president, once again, this is just another issue with this administration, this president, do not know what the heck they're talking about. They're wasting time. They're trying to win an election instead of govern a country. It's wrong. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you, actually, two things. Let me tell you. First of all, let me tell you, I don't believe Governor Romney or anybody else, even in the Democratic Party, most Democrats, I don't think would just randomly bring this issue up just to win an election. I'm sure there's some that would, but most that I can think of would not. And second of all, Governor Romney was called a racist. Which is one of many on the left. That's their favorite word. Just if you disagree with somebody, they're racist. Doesn't make sense. Some crazed lunatic in New York City called when at an event with Mitt Romney and Rudy Giuliani started just yelling at randomly, "Mitt Romney's a racist." And the media didn't really pay much attention to that, but yet they pay attention to when a guy says, "What about the American worker?" Just an observation I thought I'd make. So the president's policy is ill-conceived. It is unfortunate that he is so power-hungry and arrogant that he would just say this is how it's going to be without a national dialogue. The American people have rejected the DREAM Act, for instance, another bad, awful piece of legislation. The president needs to be a leader. And he cannot be somebody. He needs to be a leader, not a dictator. This is a bad piece of policy, and I hope that it is eventually overturned and that he is that he's held accountable on this.